All right. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Happy Sunday, December the 12th. Hard to believe we are halfway through pretty much through the month of December. We are kind of sprinting on to Christmas. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me. Middle of December. Wow. Hard to believe how fast time is just flying by, but hopefully everyone can hear me. Thank you so much for joining me for another discussion here on the Foods for Health channel. So glad to have all you guys in here, everyone that's listening now, everyone who'll be listening later. Again, I see 10 thumbs up there. Thank you so much for the support, guys. I really do appreciate it. Actually, really looking forward to this discussion today, especially with I just said, we're now in cold and flu season. Less sunlight, everything like that. Immune system being compromised more and more. Everything that's going on in the world today. It's a good time to talk a little bit about some vitamins and minerals that can help to strengthen and boost our immune system, boost immunity. And there's a couple specific ones that we're going to get into today. Again, we won't talk about all of them, all right? We'd be here for hours. We're already going to be here for a couple hours, but I want to go over some of the specific ones that studies are starting to show that are not only healthy in, helping with cardiovascular disease, helping prevent diabetes, helping with thyroid function, everything like that, but specifically get down to how we can improve and strengthen our immune system by consuming certain micronutrients. All right, we'll get into a bunch of different ones here. Again, we won't get into all of them, but some of the special ones that are starting to come out in a multitude of studies, and especially over the last 2 years. Really interesting stuff that is starting to come out. So it's going to be a fun discussion. It's going to be a good discussion. I hope you guys can take a lot out of this discussion today on how we can boost our immune system. And of course, through vitamins and minerals, how we can boost our immune system naturally. I think that's one of the most important things. Here, again, like I was saying, cold and flu season. We're now into winter. The sunlight, all right, there's hardly it's getting dark here by 5 p.m. There's things that I focus on every single day that I want to make sure that I'm intaking, and I want to spread that on to you guys just through, again, some of these studies that we've been talking about. Again, if you're here in chat, say hello. Let me know where you're listening from. Again, I always love to see you guys and hear where you guys are listening from. So don't be afraid to engage. And let me know that you're in chat and that you can hear me here. I think everything's sounding good, but it's always nice to know as well. But it's very interesting. I mean, we've talked a lot about, heart health. We've talked a lot about, thyroid function, like I said, brain function, brain health, all these different stuff. But we really want to start specifically talking about the vitamins and minerals again now that can strengthen our immune system. So we're going to break it down bit by bit here. All right, we'll go with each vitamin, each mineral, break it down, even what foods are high in those vitamins and minerals, because a lot of the nutrients that we're going to talk about are some of the highest deficiencies in the world today. I'll maybe let the cat out of the bag here for a second, but the first one we're going to talk about is vitamin D. Vitamin D, especially now, and it makes sense. Again, like I said, no natural sunlight, or it's very, people are spending less and less time outside. There's less sunlight during the day. The days are shorter. Less vitamin D. Right? We want to make sure that we're getting that vitamin D3 in there, all right, and strengthening our immune system. So that's one of the big ones we'll talk about. We'll talk about ways that we can get vitamin D3 into our diet. Morgan, good morning. Listening from the UK. Great to have you in chat as always. Thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. And thank you much for letting me know you can hear me. It's always great. But again, we'll break it down bit by bit. We'll get a little bit of vitamins in there. We'll get some minerals in there. You guys know how important it is and how much I stress. Not only do we want to worry about the macronutrients that we're eating, and that's a huge thing right now you'll see it with keto, you'll see it with intermittent fasting, carbohydrates, starches, healthy fats, the healthiest foods to eat. Let's break it down even more. What are the micronutrients that we need in our body? All right, the macronutrients are kind of the easy, I feel like. It's very easy to track, all right? And then you can kind of just go list by list. Do I want carbohydrates in my diet or not? All right, am I concerned with disaccharides and polysaccharides? Yes or no? All right. Glucose and fructose, we can make those decisions, all right? But we really want to make sure that we're spending some time thinking about, what micronutrients are going to make me healthy. All right, I already know that healthy fats are going to be something that I want in my diet. We've talked about this quite a bit. You've heard me talk about omega-3s more and more each week. But let's again break it down. How do we stay healthy? How do we keep our immune system functioning properly and keep ourselves, not even just strengthening the immune system, but boosting the immune system and its function? Kathleen, great to have you in chat. Hello from Trinidad and Tobago. Thank you so much again for joining me this morning. So let's get right into it, guys. All right, it's been kind of again, one thing I'll just point out from the beginning. All right, if we're trying to get an immune system boosting diet, all right, we're trying to look for nutrients, that are critical for things like growth and function of immune cells. All right, so immune system cells. That's going to be pretty much the basis of the micronutrients that we're going to be talking about today. What we're not going to talk about is things like protein, so a macronutrient. We're not going to talk too much about probiotics and prebiotics. It's going to come up in the discussion, okay, because some of the foods that we're going to talk about, but we're talking specifically about the vitamins and the minerals. Probiotics and prebiotics, I just want to say right off from the very beginning, are very, very important for overall immune system function. All right, of course. I always talk about how good bacteria in the gut, in the digestive tract, is going to be a good thing for our immune system, guys, and for our overall health. So, of course, probiotics and prebiotics are going to be a big one here. But if I was to choose one, and one that kind of I make sure I take every day, and one that you guys might want to consider taking every day, all right, again, we're getting right into the vitamins and minerals here. Right, if we want to strengthen the immune system, one of the biggest ones that we can take right now, and we're finding more and more studies actually have come out in the last couple of years, just because of the pandemic and everything like that. It's kind of, it was at the very beginning of the pandemic. Maybe you guys have heard it or read about it, but vitamin D went way up and up and up, and there's been tons of studies that have kind of come out of that. We knew that it was healthy before, but now we're seeing its ability to, sort of its contribution and its positive benefits on immune function. All right, we already kind of knew heart disease, diabetes, muscle, bone, everything like that, but now it's actual positive effects on autoimmune diseases and things of that nature. Okay, so again, it's hard. There's very few foods that are high or at least even contain vitamin D, all right? Unless they're fortified with vitamin D, guys, very, very tough to get it. So a lot of times the easiest way is just to supplement with vitamin D. The nice thing is vitamin D is one of the cheapest vitamins out there. Janice, welcome. Thank you so much. I appreciate you coming into chat today. Thank you very much. So vitamin D, guys, and like I said, the vitamins and minerals that we're talking about today, vitamin D might be one of the toughest to get, and that's why I want to start with it. Okay, especially with vitamin D3. All right, because vitamin D, nicknamed, the sunshine vitamin, very, very important that we're getting this. All right, especially when in winter months when sunlight is limited. Okay. So I'll say that again. When sunlight is limited, we want to make sure that we're increasing our levels of vitamin D that we're intaking. Again, the recommended daily value is going to be a little bit, you're going to see it changing, I guess, almost from study to study. Sometimes it's 1,000 IUs, so international units. Sometimes you'll see 4,000 IUs. There's even been studies that are higher than that. All right, for dosages, I would speak with your doctor. But you want to make sure that you have vitamin D. If you want a strong, healthy immune system, vitamin D3 is a big one, guys. And again, it's one of the most common vitamins where there's a deficiency, especially in these months where, again, I already said, it's cold, sunlight is being limited, the days are shorter, we're not outside as much because it's colder, so we want to make sure that vitamin D is definitely definitely getting taken. Again, we see through many different studies the benefit that vitamin D and vitamin D supplementation can have on the immune system, right? It's quite interesting. Here's the thing with vitamin D, again, even with the studies that we see, it can help, a deficiency in vitamin D can help lead to, certain autoimmune diseases such as diabetes, such as, I think even multiple sclerosis and things of that nature, right? But the one nice thing, even that we're seeing in studies here, guys, and again, thank you so much everyone who's joining me nice and early, 7 a.m. here, starting our day off, or your afternoon off, depending where you're listening from, talking about vitamins and minerals that can boost our immune system. So the big one here first, guys, vitamin D. All right, vitamin D. So how much vitamin D should you be taking each day? Again, that's going to depend on, where you live. It's going to depend on, how much sunlight you're getting, how much, if you're having any fortified foods or anything like that. Again, with dosages, I would speak with your medical practitioner. All right, now let's talk a little bit about why vitamin D is so important and what we're seeing from different types of research. All right, we know that vitamin D can help with flu symptoms and the common cold and flu. All right. Again, like I said, we know in certain studies vitamin D is going to be at its lowest in winter months. All right, so especially right now, that's why it's so important, and that's why we're leading off with it in our discussion. All right, the other thing is, all right, vitamin D, all right, can help to sort of reduce damaging inflammatory response of some white blood cells. So while it's boosting our immune system cells, all right, it's reducing the damage from an inflammatory response of white blood cells. All right, very important for immune system functioning and for strengthening the immune system. All right, we want to make sure, all right, that not only are we, reducing inflammation, because inflammation is going to be wreaking havoc on the immune system, just like it would on anything else, guys. Inflammation, we want to get rid of that. With vitamin D, again, we're kind of reducing the inflammatory response of some white blood cells while we're actually boosting the immune system response in the production of white blood cells. That's why it's important during these cold and flu seasons that we're actually getting that vitamin D, because it's going to help not only have protective effects from the common cold and flu, but we can also get some reduction in the symptoms of the common cold and flu. And that's through the production, again, through white blood cells, through reducing inflammation, free radicals, oxidative damage, and things of that nature. Remember, we're in cold and flu season here, guys. So if we're taking vitamin D, and if we're in a deficiency of vitamin D, and we're not getting, rid of that inflammatory response of white blood cells while also boosting the production of white blood cells, then we're only weakening our immune system here, guys. We also know, all right, that people who are low in vitamin D, all right, I think this was with adults, all right, so I'm not going to say with the whole entire population, but people who are low in vitamin D are more likely to have or develop common cold, cough, respiratory infections, and things of that nature. In a randomized study, so in certain studies here, we're seeing, guys, taking vitamin D supplements daily can help to prevent seasonal flu. All right, and this is all by boosting immune system. All right, boosting the immune system, increasing that white blood cell response, and reducing inflammation. So very, very interesting stuff that we're seeing coming out from the data. All right, like I said before, there's that possibility. I don't like getting into it too much because it's a very, very complicated this whole pandemic. Always speak with your medical practitioner, but there were certain studies that came out where there could be benefits having to do with the pandemic and boosting immune system response from there. Sorry, I'm missing some of your comments here. Thank you so much for all of the thumbs up, guys. I really appreciate it. Mom was told she has low immune system, so this is right on. Perfect, Morgan. That's great. Not great, obviously, that your mom was told that, but great that we're having the discussion now. Hopefully you're able to get some value from it. Michelle, thank you so much for joining again. Really appreciate it. Blessed morning also from Trinidad and Tobago. That's right. I know, like I was saying before, and I've said in a couple of streams, there's quite a few listeners from Trinidad and Tobago, which makes me very, very happy. Good morning to you. Good morning, Susan. Great to have you in chat always. Thank you so much. Very, very much appreciate everyone who's in here right now. And again, ask your questions, guys, especially with boosting immune system. Very, very important right now, especially, like I said, getting into those wintry months, the limited sunlight exposure. We want to make sure that we're keeping the immune system strong, healthy, and functioning properly. Vitamin D is a little bit different from the other ones because it doesn't quite have that antioxidant effect if you compare it to like a vitamin C or a vitamin E or anything like that. But we even see in these studies that by taking it, you can reduce damaging inflammatory responses of some white blood cells, right? Again, which is very, very important if we want a strong, healthy immune system, guys. So we know, and through its immune system boosting function, that vitamin D can help reduce common cold and flu symptoms and have protective effects of common cold and flu. So talk to your doctor about the dosages. Again, a lot of the studies, people were supplementing with 1,000 to 2,000 IUs. Again, international, that's all. IUs is just international units. You'll hear me say that throughout. Right. We also saw that there were some positive effects of vitamin D on tuberculosis and everything like that. So again, that's all immune system, guys. All right, all immune system function. All right, we know that not only can vitamin D help with common cold and flu, but deficiency can lead into autoimmune diseases, guys, where the body's immune system basically attacks its own organs and tissues. Again, that would be in like type 1 diabetes, type 2 diabetes, multiple sclerosis, things of that nature, heart disease, increase of the risk of certain types of cancer. All right, so autoimmune diseases will go up if we have a at least the risk, all right, if we have a deficiency in vitamin D. So very important that we're supplementing. And again, like I said, if we're supplementing with vitamin D, vitamin D3, it's one of the cheapest and most easily available vitamin supplements out there. So it's a nice thing, especially for us people who are in places like Canada where our sunlight is just so limited right now. Like I said, by 4:30, 5 o'clock, the sun is going down and the days are just shorter and shorter. And when it's minus 20 degrees, right, you're not going to be going outside too often. So vitamin D is the big one here, guys. I hope I've been able to make that clear. Again, I just want to make sure that you're speaking with your medical practitioner just to see how much you're getting. But I will tell you that in some of the reports, and especially this was in U.S. and Canada, I know it can kind of hold over into a lot of places in Europe. The UK has come out with a lot of studies, a huge study that just came out actually, where there was quite a high dosage of vitamin D. But again, a lot of these studies was like 1,000 to 2,000 IUs, 2,000 to 4,000 IUs, 1,500 to 2,000. So again, this is why you want to speak with your medical practitioner. We see it changing all the time. Sometimes that upper limit, the tolerable limit, in a lot of the studies was something like 4,000 IUs. Kaz, thank you so much for joining me. Wow, okay, let me make sure that I address everyone here. Hi from the UK. Should you double dosage if you're having alcohol? Well, with alcohol, for one, that's a great question, Kaz. Thank you so much for asking. With alcohol, you're only weakening your immune system, all right? You're weakening your immune system. I would say try to limit alcohol as much as possible. Should you double the dosage? I haven't really read anything on having to double your dosage just because of the intake of alcohol. It'd be sort of like a similar response to like saturated fats, trans fats. I will just say though, alcohol is going to wreak havoc on your immune system in general. So, doubling your dosage on alcohol, haven't read anything about that. I would stick to the dose. I would just stick to your regular dosage at the very least, and maybe try to limit alcohol from there. That's my own opinion, but hopefully that helps answer Kaz. Good morning from Kentucky. Thanks, Valencia. When taking vitamin D3, is it necessary to take vitamin K? That's a great question. What we're seeing in a lot of studies, all right, and what I'm trying to do right now is take vitamin D3 and then not only vitamin K. All right, is it necessary? No, but it is. We're seeing a lot of good benefits from taking vitamin D3 and vitamin K2. All right, both going hand in hand together quite nicely. And again, both of these supplements, like if you get a K2 supplement, vitamin K2, the reason why K2 is so popular right now is, again, just like vitamin D, it's very, very tough to get the levels that we want just from the foods that we're eating. Just off the top of my head, since it wasn't on my list, but just off the top of my head, you're going to find vitamin K2 in things like eggs. You're going to find it in poultry. You'll find vitamin K in kale. That's going to be a great one. So is it necessary? No, but taking vitamin D3 and vitamin K2, a lot of good benefits that we've seen in the studies, and a lot of K2 supplements will have vitamin D3 with it. So, yep, that's kind of what I figured you meant, Valencia. Yep, vitamin K2, exactly. So no, it's not necessary, but there are some great benefits with doing that. I actually was just reading a study and watching a couple things on vitamin D3. A really good doctor that I like on YouTube with vitamin D3 and vitamin K2, and actually was just explaining to a family member who went out and got that supplement. So it's funny you bring that up. I'm a big fan of vitamin D3, big fan of vitamin K2. When she explained to her to get the vitamin K2 supplement, increasing that, because again, it's hard to get in food, I let her know, try to get it with vitamin D3. So again, do you have to necessarily do that? No, but if you can, I would recommend it. So I hope that helps answer your question, Valencia. But very, very good question. All right, both go hand in hand. Both are going to help with immune system function and strengthening the immune system. You're very welcome, Valencia. Thank you for asking your question. Gloria, good morning. I'm Gloria. Nice to meet you, Gloria. Suffer from leg and foot cramp. What is the best thing for me? The best thing would speak with your medical practitioner, because again, you have to figure out why are you suffering from, legs and foot cramps. All right. A lot of the times, just the people that I'm dealing with, again, because I don't have your medical history or anything like that, Gloria, it's hard for me to just diagnose, and it'd probably be irresponsible of me to diagnose just over our chat here right now. A lot of times you're going to see leg and foot cramps from dehydration. You're going to see it from low levels of potassium and things of that nature, magnesium, all right? Again, those are sort of your go-to vitamins and minerals when it comes to cramping. But dehydration, low potassium, magnesium, the best thing for you, think about those vitamins and minerals. But again, speak with your medical practitioner just to make sure, because again, it can be very complex why we're getting foot cramps, all right? Why we're getting leg cramps, all right? Especially if our nutrition is good. Carrie, we're right on the same page. Exactly. Potassium, magnesium. All right. Perhaps dehydration. Those are the first things that come to mind. But again, please speak with your medical practitioner. South Florida, good day here. That's awesome, Carrie. Lots of sunshine there. Very nice. I've been to Florida many times, as I brought up on these chats. Thanks, man. Oh yes, K2 just filling it. Awesome. You're very welcome, Valencia. Thank you for asking. I take cod liver oil. Very nice. Cod liver oil is great. I think one of the it's like a oldie but goodie. All right, it's been around for so long. It was like the first sort of like oil supplementations before fish oil got really, really popular with omega-3s, EPA, DHA, all that good stuff. You know, cod liver oil was a staple, and it still is and should be, to be honest. I love cod liver oil. I take it, like I've told you guys before, I take a fish oil supplement every single day. Vitamin D3 and K2, and my last lab work for vitamin D was 57, so I think I'm good. That's great, Susan. I'm glad, again, like I said, yes, like I said, vitamin D is one of the biggest deficiencies out there. And it makes sense because, you know, the easiest and way we get it is through sunlight. So we know in winter months we're going to see that, you know, crashing of vitamin D3. I already see it right now. But yeah, cod liver oil is one of the better ones that you can take. One of my favorite supplements. So that's awesome. Care, low potassium, magnesium. Like I said, we're on the same page. Dehydrated and exercise, circulation. Yes, you know, dehydration's a huge thing. And of course, yeah, with exercise, circulation. That's what, you know, that's my specialty. Care, that's the one thing that I always, you know, make sure to tell clients of mine, you know, we need that circulation. Just first time here. This is great. Thank you so much, Care. Gloria, you're very welcome. I hope that helps answer your question. Thank you so much for asking, guys. I really appreciate it. It makes it so much. I love it so much when you guys are engaging like this. So thank you so much for asking your questions. The D3 and K2 comment, amazing. Love that. Just, you know, had a huge discussion with that, just with family members. It's so funny going up and making sure, all right, are you getting enough vitamin K? Great. What about K2? Because a lot of people will kind of forget K2. Very different. The foods where we're getting vitamin K from aren't necessarily the ones where vitamin K from aren't necessarily the ones that we're going to be getting vitamin K2 from. So we want to make sure that we can distinguish this. The one thing I will point out as well, if you're getting vitamin K2, it's nice to sort of get certain foods to go with it to help with the absorption. So one thing that I do, if I'm having like eggs for my vitamin K2, I'll have a salad with a little bit of olive oil. It's going to help with the absorption. The omega-3s and the polyunsaturated fats are going to help with the absorption of the vitamin K2. So those go hand in hand. All right, avocados would be another good one. Trying to think of some other ones. Off the top of my head, olive oil, and avocados are a great one to take along with that supplement. Well, I need to add fish oil back into my life. Fish oil is great, Valencia. Fish oil is very, very nice because omega-3s are just so strong. Not only for we see here and we hear so much about omega-3 supplementation with heart health, but even for our immune system. All right, going back to our discussion here with our immune system, strengthening the immune system. All right, omega-3s are so important. All right, and again, it's hard for us. We need that ratio of omega-3 to omega-6. Getting those omega-3s is very, very important, guys. So fish oil is great. I take it every day. It's one of my staple supplements. I actually just watched a very long video on omega-3s. It was a 2-hour video just on the importance of omega-3s, but I love like taking my fish oil, EPA and DHA as well. Those fatty acids. Again, the ratio of omega-3 to omega-6s. It's funny I'm saying vitamins because our discussion here is vitamins and minerals, but now I have to kind of change gears and go with the fatty acids. All right, omega-3 and omega-6s, guys. Fish oil is great. Cod liver oil is great. Where am I located? Canada, Care. I'm in Canada here. I read something around lymph system. You know, that's very important as well, you know, having a healthy lymph system, especially with exercise, guys. All right. The lymphatic system, all right, a little bit different than, you know, with the circulatory system where Our heart is pumping blood, oxygen, all that good stuff throughout the body. We need to be moving. We have to have that in order to get circulation of the lymphatic system. Massage can even do it and things like that. Avocado tea, healthy from the seed. That was very popular a few years ago. You just got to make sure there's some there's a little bit of information out there where you can get a little bit of toxicity from the seed, but just make sure you're not overdoing it. Keep it in moderation. I'd speak with your medical practitioner care. A lot of people, it was popular. You were seeing videos all over the place. I might have even made one, but I made sure, I think if I did make it, I actually maybe didn't, just because of the possible side effects due to the toxicity from the seed. So just be careful with that. Pumpkin seeds would be good to take. Absolutely, Angie. Thank you so much, Angie, for your comment. Pumpkin seeds are great too. And again, because they're going to have a lot of the minerals and vitamins that we're going to be talking about today. All right, like iron, zinc, all that important stuff. All right, I think we can move on from our vitamin D. I think I don't want to go too long with vitamin D discussion, but I think you guys get my point. For increasing and strengthening our immune system, one of the vitamins that we're going to want to take is vitamin D, for the reasons that we just said. Again, I don't want to go too long into that. Foods for vitamin D, all right, like Susan said, cod liver oil, salmon, all right, any fatty fish really is your best. Salmon, mackerel's a great one. Egg yolks, beef, things of that nature. If you don't eat meat, or if you're vegetarian, vegan, or anything like that, or you're not a fan of any of those things, like even if you don't take a fish oil supplement or anything like that, then you'll have to get something that's fortified in vitamin D. I have something that's fortified in vitamin D, a cashew milk and almond milk, to be honest. Cashew milk I prefer a little bit more. The reason why I talk about that, you'll see it in orange juice. They always, for some reason, will talk about how orange juice is so great because it's fortified with vitamin D. We just need to make sure that with orange juice, remember I told you guys, there's going to be a lot of sugar added, all right, and also just sugar in general, a lot of fructose, and glucose as well if you're getting the added sugar. All right, so that disaccharide, which is going to raise insulin levels because your blood glucose is getting raised. And again, we're drinking most of our sugar. We're drinking a lot of calories. So orange juice, not a huge fan. You can get those dairy supplements like a almond milk and a cashew milk. I believe there's a hazelnut milk. They have a little bit of everything right now where you can be fortified in vitamin D as well. Sardines are a great one also, guys. A lot of people will kind of increase their sardine levels at this time as well. Quercetin, very nice. Quercetin, great antioxidant, big fan. I take a vitamin C supplement at this time as well because we're going to talk about vitamin C, so it's kind of a nice segue. That's why I laugh care. But quercetin, great antioxidant, potent antioxidant, and unique as well. But the vitamin C supplement that I take also has some quercetin in it, so you get some of those extra antioxidants. Damon, thank you so much for coming in. Don't forget you need the K2 with the D3 to be effective. Yes, we just talked about that, Damon. I'm not sure if you were in chat, but yes, the supplementation, especially the one that I was recommending to a family member, all right, telling her not only to, be careful, not be careful, but be mindful of, not just getting your vitamin K, but getting vitamin K2, and then also just make sure that that supplement has vitamin D3 with it as well. So great, and I think the question was asked by Valencia, is it necessary? Not necessarily necessary, but get the most benefits out of it. You need that vitamin K2 and vitamin D3 mix. But great point, Damon. Just building off kind of what I said there before, I 100% agree. That's exactly what I've seen in the studies and exactly what I just recommended to a family member this week, and then they just got it. So it's perfect. Okay, so let's talk about the next one, guys, for vitamins and minerals to strengthen the immune system. When you got vitamin D out of the way, I hope I didn't overdo it on that one. You guys were asking great questions. Keep them coming. No problem, Damon. appreciate you showing up here. Appreciate you making that comment, because there might be some other people who are coming in who are listening to this now, and then we can kind of just go over that very, very quickly. So I appreciate you bringing that up, Damon. Thank you so much. So vitamin C, guys, or sometimes referred to as ascorbic acid, one of the most popular vitamins that's out there, water-soluble vitamin. We've seen through numerous studies how it can help with increasing immune system function and immune system health. Plays a vital role and is needed to make white blood cells, the production of white blood cells. Right now, the whole big thing is how, it has a huge benefit in creating collagen. All right, collagen supplements are at an all-time popularity. It's just exploded. But vitamin C, very, very important for our overall health. People actually won Nobel Prizes for recommending vitamin C kind of daily to prevent common cold and flu symptoms. All right, and not only that, but chronic diseases. That's how the prize was won. But one of the things that they showed by making sure they're getting enough vitamin C, whether that's through food, whether that's through supplementation, that it's actually a way to prevent cold and flu. All right, and we see that by preventing cold and flu and preventing chronic diseases, it's because it's increasing those white blood cells. And one of the great things is it's going to neutralize and reduce free radicals in the body, which is a nice way to boost and strengthen our immune system. Ester C, okay, very nice. That's great, Kara. So vitamin C, very, very important. All right, we've already known, all right, and it's long been known that vitamin C, is very, very important with dealing with certain infections. All right. Things that are going to compromise the immune system. It's a powerful antioxidant in its own right. So like I said, it's going to help reduce harmful free radicals, which is going to lead perhaps to oxidative stress, which again can lead to a weakening of the immune system, where we want to be strengthening the immune system. Right? We know that it's important for various systems in the body, one of which, all right, being the immune system. All right, other ones being the nervous system, things like even bone health, things like that. For our brain, one big question that I always get is, do we need to megadose vitamin C for a healthy immune system? From things that I've read, I would just make sure you're getting, it's one of the easiest vitamins to get in there. So you can fairly easy, especially if you're supplementing with it or taking a multivitamin, you're going to be getting good levels of vitamin C. So do you need to megadose to get the benefits? There's going to be some benefits that we see through the studies of megadosing vitamin C. But just make sure that you're hitting your RDA, your recommended daily amount, all right? Or your RDI, sorry. Recommended daily intake of vitamin C. So vitamin C, very, very important. Even we know with chronic disease, that's important. It has to do a lot with the immune system, things of that nature. But even again, common cold and flu, we see several studies providing benefit of boosting the immune system. Again, especially right now in the winter months. All right. I take a vitamin C supplement. I take actually supplements that have a little vitamin C outside of that. I take an antioxidant supplement as well that has vitamin C, just because of its immune boosting effects. All right. Again, it's going to help reduce cell damage. All right. We know that vitamin C is involved in the body's immune system. All right, by stimulating the activity of white blood cells, just like vitamin D did. And that's why I think these are two great ones to start off with. All right, so, vitamin C, important. It's involved and it's almost vital for the body's immune system by stimulating the activity of white blood cell production. And that's how we strengthen and boost the immune system, guys. That's how we get rid of damaging free radicals, and that's how we reduce oxidative stress, and that's how we can prevent common cold and flu. So a big one here, guys, is vitamin C. I back up my multivitamins with black seed oil. Okay, very nice. It's so interesting because we can take multivitamins and things like that. For vitamin C, again, Do I take it every day? I'll be honest, no, because I know that I'm getting good levels of vitamin C through different citrus fruits and things of that nature, through cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, which is an amazing source of vitamin C. So do I take the supplement every single day? No, I don't. I'll drink lemon water. I have the broccoli. Cabbage is a big one. Sometimes if I'm having bell peppers, some of the best sources and highest sources of vitamin C out there. So do I always take the supplementation? I guess not in the form of the liquid vitamin C that I take, but it is in that antioxidant formula that I do take every day. Vitamin C and D, so good for you. Absolutely. And that's why we're starting with them, Care. Both are very important. All right. Vitamin C, very, very nice, potent, strong antioxidant. Sometimes overlooked as an antioxidant. We see it just as a vitamin, but it has very powerful antioxidant effects, which is awesome for boosting the immune system. And again, why is it so important for the immune system and strengthening the immune system? Well, we know, right, that with vitamin C, one, it's involved in a bunch of sort of bodily processes. One of the more popular ones, or at least one of the most important ones, is going to be through the body's immune system by stimulating the activity of white blood cells, reducing free radicals, reducing inflammation. All right, and then in itself, preventing the common cold and flu. We already saw that supplementation of vitamin C, or at least, we've seen in studies that it can, not only prevent the common cold and flu, but it can also decrease the duration and the severity of the symptoms of common cold and flu, which is very, very important. And again, one question that I'll get asked a lot is, do we need to megadose? In these studies, the reason why I wasn't too keen or, pushing it too hard were, we need to megadose in order to see the best difference in preventing common cold and flu, in preventing the duration, in increasing the immune response, and white blood cell response and the production of that. There was no evidence that suggested that megadosing made a difference. So that's why I said, as long as you're hitting your recommended daily value and you're hitting your recommended daily value intake, then you're going to see benefits of vitamin C and with strengthening your immune system. So vitamin C, very, very important, guys. I think with vitamin D3 and vitamin C, and then also with the vitamin K2, like you guys have pointed out as well. And as I pointed out that, I'm a very big proponent of taking vitamin K2 right now, especially with a vitamin D3 added to it. And then I'll even go one step further, trying to take it with something like olive oil. So again, I'll have that supplement, or if I'm not supplementing with it, let's say I'm getting vitamin K2 from eggs or from beef or something like that, I'll make sure I'll take like an olive oil. I'll have an olive oil salad, or I'll have avocado with it just to help with the absorption. All right, that's one step further that you can go. Bird Lady, thank you so much. Love seeing you. Lysine, very good. Thank you for the comments, guys. And thank you, everyone who are in here. And thank you, everyone, for the thumbs up. We're almost at 30 thumbs up, and we have been going not even 45 minutes. So thank you. So that's we're getting close to almost a thumb up a minute. So thank you so much, guys. I really do appreciate it, and I hope you're getting good value from this discussion. So we've talked about vitamin D. We've talked about vitamin C. All right, we know those are important for strengthening the immune system, especially right now. And we start with these, and we even talked a little bit about vitamin K2. But we start with these because they're important, especially here in Canada, and maybe if you're listening from the UK, if you're listening to some areas of the US, wherever you're listening to, really, it's important. But especially here because we're in the middle of winter, less sunlight, cold, we're not going out as much, we're not getting enough of the sunshine vitamin. That's what vitamin D, all right, is referred to. So we want to make sure that we're not dealing with deficiency. And the thing is, vitamin D is one of the more common vitamin deficiencies in the entire world. Vitamin C a little bit less because it's easier to get from food, but vitamin D, huge deficiencies out there. All right, we're seeing tons of studies where people are just deficient in vitamin D, and it's not even on a lot of people's radars yet. I think that's going to start changing like I said, the studies that came out during COVID and things like that really brought it to the forefront. Maybe you guys heard about those studies with boosting the immune system and things like that. Again, I don't like to get too much into that because that's a question for your medical practitioner. But we know vitamin D, very, very beneficial when boosting the immune system. Same thing with vitamin C, guys. You can supplement with vitamin C, or you can just get it naturally from foods. I think your best bet is citrus fruits, bell peppers, cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, even kale, spinach. It's all going to be great. Now let's go to our next one. So vitamin D, vitamin C. Might have known that, but let's go into some other ones. I don't want to get into an antioxidant. Let's get into iron. Actually, let's do zinc. Zinc is an interesting one. Make sure that I take a zinc supplement pretty much daily. Now, it sounds like I take a lot of supplements, but this is coming from all of these supplementations that I've been talking about. Vitamin C, zinc. We'll get into a couple other ones here. Actually, it's an antioxidant formula, so it's basically one supplement where it's having all of these vitamins and minerals in them. I, of course, do supplement with vitamin D as well. So zinc, guys, a trace mineral, all right? We don't need to overdo it. Make sure that we're not overdoing it with zinc. If you're supplementing with it or anything like that, we need to make sure that we're not overdoing it with zinc. Again, your RDA, recommended dietary allowance, or your RDI, the recommended daily intake for adults, so people who are 18 plus or 19 plus, for men is like 11 milligrams, just over 10 a day. For women, it's under 10. I believe it's like 8 or something like that. So that's why I want you to speak with your medical practitioner about that. If you're pregnant, definitely speak with your medical practitioner. I don't know how many people who are pregnant listening to this, but I just want to make sure I point that out. All right. It's different. All right. For each individual. That's why it's hard just to throw a specific number out there. I know the upper tolerance for males can be anywhere from 30 to 40 milligrams a day. Do you need that for its benefits? Probably not. Just make sure you're hitting your recommended daily intake. That's the important thing, guys. You take zinc as well. Nice, Carrie. Good morning, Terry. Great, Tammy. Sorry, great to see you, Tammy. Again, one of my biggest supporters here, always here, every single stream, I feel like, Tammy. Great to have you here. Good morning to you. Thank you so much. I really, really do appreciate you coming in here. And again, it doesn't go overlooked. And same with everyone else. All right, everyone else. All right, but Tammy, you've been in here, I think, from day one. So thank you so much. So remember that dosage, the daily dosage, again, zinc is going to change from person to person. We know that the recommended amounts for women is somewhere around 8 milligrams a day. For men, it's 10, just over 10. That upper limit, you don't want to be overdoing it, guys. All right, so the maximum daily intake somewhere for men and even for females, I don't think you would want to go over 40 milligrams a day. Again, please speak with your medical practitioner on that. But we see that in numerous studies and just, in numerous sources of information. You don't want to really go over that 40 milligrams a day. Even if we're trying to boost our immune system, sometimes too much of a good thing can be a bad thing, guys. So especially with our minerals here, we don't need to overdo it with zinc. We can get our daily recommended value or a RDI, our recommended daily intake, all right, and still see the great benefits of strengthening the immune system. But zinc is a big one, guys. And zinc, along with vitamin D, we see huge numbers of zinc deficiency throughout the world today. All right. Again, a lot of people just think I talk about Canada and the U.S. and things like that. Again, is it as much as vitamin D? Probably not. Or like iron? Again, I'd say probably not. Usually maybe if you have, digestive issues, then you'll might have a little bit more of a higher risk of zinc deficiency and things of that nature. One being IBD or IBS, so inflammatory bowel diseases and things of that nature, irritable bowel syndrome. And again, with for chronically deficient in zinc, it can lead to chronic liver and kidney disease, at least put us at risk for that. So we want to make sure we're getting good levels of of zinc, so the mineral zinc, guys. I have to go by enjoyed, subscribed, find you again. Thank you very much, Kara. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for coming into the chat today. I really do appreciate it. And thank you so much for the thumbs up, guys. I see we're well over 30 now. We're at 33 thumbs up. Thank you so much. Again, it helps the channel so much. I really do appreciate it. I hope you guys are getting great value from it. So zinc will be our next one, guys. Let's talk a little bit about zinc. All right, so zinc, we know, very, very important. All right, very, very important when it comes to the body. And, it's certain bodily processes. It can help play a role in the growth of cells, building proteins, healing the body, so healing cells and tissues. But also one of the biggest things for zinc, and we've seen this in some important studies that have come out, and large studies, is that it can support a healthy immune system and help strengthen the immune system. Zinc is huge, and often overlooked for our immune system, guys. Nee, thank you so much. Good morning to you as well. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. If not, I apologize. So thank you, Nee, for coming in here. But again, you don't have to, it's not like another thing where we need to megadose, guys. Get your RDA, recommended dietary allowance. If you're getting that, you're going to be getting your benefits from zinc, all right? Again, huge for the immune system. Supports a healthy immune system, helps with immune system function, helps to strengthen the immune system. The reason why it helps, again, it's that cell production, helps with cell growth, all right? Adequate, so good levels of zinc if we're getting that RDA. All right. Again, very, very important for not only, again, boosting the immune system, right? But again, it's also going to be important for free radicals, getting rid of free radicals, all right? Reducing oxidative stress, things that are going to compromise the immune system, all right? We know that it can support the nice thing with zinc, and the main point that I'm trying to get across, right, if we're getting enough zinc and we're hitting that RDA and we're not in a deficiency, and again, deficiency is less common than things like iron, vitamin D, vitamin K2 even, all right, one, it supports the growth of and normal functioning, basically, of the immune cells, all right, again, which is very, very important if we're trying to strengthen the immune system, all right, very, very important. People who are low in zinc, they're more at risk of infections, more at risk of illness, all right, autoimmune diseases. So again, we don't want to be low in zinc. We want to make sure we're taking in that healthy amount of that mineral. Again, it's important if we're talking about strengthening and boosting the immune system, all right, then we have to talk about zinc just because of its support and the growth and normal functioning of immune system cells, all right? And so if we're getting that's one of the benefits, and we're not having a deficiency, then of course we're going to be strengthening the immune system, which is huge. All right, let me just make sure I'm not missing any comments here. Take a look at... Interesting. I'll take a look at that, Damon. Elderberry. It's funny. I was going to do an elderberry video this week. That's interesting you bring that up, Damon. I'm a huge fan of berries in general. But thank you for pointing that out. So with kelp. So kelp, the one thing that's nice with kelp, and we can get into that for a second because we're talking about boosting and strengthening the immune system. The nice thing about kelp, again, you don't have to eat it in large amounts, but we know, all right, it's high in antioxidant minerals. All right, and that's the nice thing about zinc. Antioxidant minerals here, guys. The nice thing with antioxidant minerals like like kelp is one, it's going to help reduce oxidative stress. It's very, very high in antioxidants. I believe carotenoids and flavonoids, which again are going to reduce free radicals, which again, free radicals and oxidative stress are going to compromise the immune system. So do the exact opposite of what we're trying to accomplish today in our discussion, strengthen the immune system. All right, so kelp can be very, very helpful in boosting not only our overall health, but boosting the immune system. Again, do you need to eat it in large amounts? No. But again, if you are having it, then again, those high antioxidants, carotenoids, flavonoids, all that, all those important antioxidants. Again, if we're reducing disease-causing free radicals and oxidative stress, then again, it's going to help boost our immune system. Interesting question, Nee. I don't, with kelp supplements, I don't see why it would be a bad idea to take those supplements. It would be like asking if we're trying to increase omega-3s, is fish oil supplementation okay? I would just make sure that you're keeping track of how much you're taking. Only take the recommended daily amount. But again, if you're going to supplement with kelp, haven't read too much on supplementation of kelp or anything like that. Speak with your medical practitioner on the dosage. All right, usually it'll say on the bottle whatever you're getting the supplementation, but make sure that your supplementation is at a healthy amount. Okay. But great question. All right, kelp is a great source of zinc, so very important for the immune system in general. All right. Other good sources, I guess, if we're talking about sources of zinc, of course, is going to be like beef, chicken, things like that. Like your seafood type foods like shellfish, oysters, things like that. They're some of the highest. If you don't eat meat or you're not a seafood fan, which are rich in zinc, you can get plant. There's plant alternatives like legumes, whole grains, nuts and seeds can be great for zinc. So lots of sources out there to make sure that we're getting adequate zinc levels. But just make sure, guys, again, we've seen in studies as well that not only is zinc going to support growth and normal function of immune system cells, all right, but a deficiency, all right, and also the nice thing, all right, is it's going to protect the body from viruses and bacteria. So again, boost the immune system. Having a deficiency, even if it's a mild deficiency, is going to do the exact opposite, make us more susceptible and make us more at risk of certain viruses and bacteria. Again, some of that could be something like even digestive issues like diarrhea, common cold and flu is a big one again, even pneumonia and things like that. So again, zinc, if we're wanting to strengthen the immune system, make sure zinc is on our list, guys. Okay, so vitamin D, vitamin C, zinc is a great one. Let's keep continuing on. Thank you so much for your comments here, guys. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. And thank you everyone who's in here. And thank you so much for the thumbs up. So zinc, guys, make sure zinc's on there. We know it can support a healthy immune system. We know it supports growth and normal functioning of immune system cells, which is going to boost and strengthen the immune system, and it can help protect the body from certain viruses and bacteria that can compromise the immune system. Also help and have protective measures against common cold and flu symptoms, which we want to stay away from, especially with common cold and flu season being right now, especially in the winter time, guys. Our immune system is really, and there's a reason why in the winter common cold and flu and certain illness and infections and things like that go up in the winter. It's because we have a deficiency in these different vitamins and minerals. All right, we've seen numerous studies where there's a correlation between both. All right, so zinc should be on our list here, guys. All right, zinc, very important, along with vitamin D, vitamin D3. All right, vitamin C, another great one. So great questions here, guys. Thank you so much. Let's go to our next one here. All right, our next one may be a surprise to some people, but I think should definitely be on the list. Again, I'm going to stay away from some of the maybe more common ones that are talked about. But another great one is folate. All right, or also known as vitamin B9. B vitamins can be very, very potent and very strong. I'd even put like vitamin B6 in there. Vitamin B12, all right, also, but folate we see can have a very, very positive effect on the immune system and strengthening the immune system. We know, for one, it's so interesting because vitamin D9 or folate, I'll refer to it as both, sometimes called folic acid. You'll hear it in many different forms, all right? One, needed to produce healthy red blood cells, which is very, very important. All right, we also know that it can play an important role in numerous effects of just increasing overall health in general. Folate is one of the most important things for heart disease, for cancer, and things like that. Again, even with folate, I'd put in there vitamin B6 and vitamin B12. Very, 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 very important. All right. Again, it can help with breaking down an unwanted sort of amino acid, homocysteine, which we want to make sure that we're reducing. Let me look at these comments here. I see a lot of comments coming in. All right, fresh juicing. Lauren, great to see you again. Thank you so much. Fresh juicing, smoothies, just eating fruits in the normal way helps with cell turnover and organ cleansing. Also, intermittent fasting helps rid the body of different types of waste for immune response. Interesting comment there. Thank you, Lauren. You know, fresh juicing, smoothies, eating fruits the normal way, you kind of hit the nail on the head. Kind of what I was thinking. You can juice, you can have smoothies, or you can just eat the foods in general. I know even with my smoothies, you know, I'm putting in some blueberries, I'm putting in a little bit of oatmeal, spinach, and kale. Huge on that. I can eat those just on their own. Intermittent fasting, that's an interesting one. Help rid the body of different types of waste for immune response. It's always nice to give our digestive system a little bit of a rest, isn't it? All right, and help get rid of those wastes and toxins and everything like that, which is only going to be beneficial for immune response. Intermittent fasting, you know, people will ask me my opinion on intermittent fasting all the time. You know, I'm a fan. All right, I don't think there's anything wrong with intermittent fasting. I know some people might call it a fad right now, but you know, we've seen through a lot of research how there can be some good benefits to intermittent fasting. All right, and it works for a lot of people, which is nice. Just you got to make sure certain foods when you're coming out of a fast, making sure that you stick to your fasting window, of course, is going to be very, very important. B vitamins. Very important for vegans. Absolutely. Yeah, vitamin B12, 100%. And even vitamin B6 and B9. You're right, Morgan, 100%. Have challenges with absorption. Was on B12 injection. All right, Kathleen, interesting. Yep, and you know, that's very common as well. Vitamin B12 injections, especially those low in energy. Again, B vitamins are sort of your, great for energy production. Those who are feeling fatigued and tired, B vitamins are going to be your friend. And so sometimes if you have trouble absorbing, you could take all the supplements in the world. You can consume all the foods with vitamin B12, but if we're not getting that nutrient uptake, or if we're not absorbing the nutrients, then sometimes you have to go and get those B12 injections, and it's very, very common. And I think B12 might be one of the most common ones. So interesting, very, very interesting point, Kathleen. Thank you so much for bringing that up. So yes, guys, I think folate's a big one, guys. B vitamins in general are going to be great for overall immune system. Again, do we have to mega dose or anything like that? No, I don't think so. I think you can just get your recommended daily value of folic acid. We already know that it has a great benefit for reducing the risk of autoimmune diseases. Again, I don't always get into the cancer discussion, but even with reducing certain types of cancer, supplementation and things like that, very, very important with dealing with those sorts of things. Even with heart disease and things of that, we know if we're getting those benefits, we know that it's very important for not only increasing our overall health, but also increasing our immune system. I take a B vitamin supplement. All right, it's interesting. Again, everyone's gonna think I'm on all these supplements. It's not a ton. It's literally just antioxidant supplement, which has these vitamins in it. B vitamin supplement. And vitamin D. Those are like the three that I take, and it's very, very important, especially at this time, again, because like I said, I'm in Canada, cold and flu season right now, not a lot of sunlight. These are going to be the ones that boost your immune system the most, so I'm kind of putting my money where my mouth is. These are the ones that I'm going to be focusing on. All right, so folate, folic acid, nice sort of B vitamin, along with vitamin B6 and vitamin B12 for increasing and strengthening immune system response and boosting the immune system, especially during these times of winter. Thank you so much for the thumbs up, guys. I see we're almost at 40 thumbs up. Thank you so much. So folate is going to be on the list, guys. Another one that's going to be important, all right, I think that's often overlooked, all right, is going to be vitamin E. All right, vitamin E, guys. Now, we know a lot of people will sort of think of vitamin E as something that's for the skin. It's in a lot of skin products and things like that. It can help strengthen and reduce fine lines and wrinkles and the tone of the skin and things like that. But we also have to remember that vitamin E is a potent antioxidant as well. And these potent antioxidants, guys, are going to reduce free radicals in the body, reduce oxidative stress, and in that is going to reduce inflammation. Inflammation is going to be one of the main things, along with the free radicals and oxidative stress, that is going to compromise the immune system and weaken the immune system, put us more at risk of certain infections, diseases, common cold and flu, things of that nature. So I would make sure vitamin E, again, it's in my antioxidant supplement. All right. A, C, E, and then another one that we're going to talk about. I don't want to give it away yet. And zinc. That's my antioxidant supplement right there, guys. From Canada. Oh, Corey, great. So you're from Toronto. Very nice. Go Leafs. Go Leafs. Awesome. Great for having you in here. Thank you so much. But I would put vitamin E up there too, guys. Get those antioxidants in you. All right. We know a little bit different than vitamin C. Vitamin E is going to be a fat soluble vitamin. All right. And even with vitamin E, like I said, a lot of it we know is sort of connected to skin and things like that, skin health, but its main role, so a vitamin E, even a supplement, food, whatever you want, all right, its main role is to act as an antioxidant. It's going to go out and literally look for free radicals, all right, reduce free radicals and reduce free radical damage, all right, which can prevent damage to cells. The other great thing about vitamin E, especially going back to our discussion today, is it enhances immune system function, which is amazing. All right, that's why it's such a great antioxidant, and that's why I think it should be in this discussion. If we're trying to strengthen the immune system, vitamin E is very important. We see through studies that vitamin E can increase and enhance, we can say boost as well, immune system function, which again, very, very important for our discussion today. It has the ability to protect cells, all right, and that can be immune cells, right? It can reduce free radical damage, which is going to put the immune system and compromise the immune system, all right? and make it more susceptible to certain autoimmune diseases and chronic diseases over time as well. So vitamin E, another great one here. You know, vitamin E is kind of the nice one. The thing I love about vitamin E, there's so many different benefits that we can get. We know that it can really help immune system function. Right? We know that it can contribute to reducing free radicals and inflammation that can compromise the immune system. Also other chronic conditions. We know that it can have a positive effect on immune system cells, which is only going to increase immune system function and also reduce the risk of diseases and infections by helping promote immune system function, which again, very important. For trying to strengthen the immune system, then we want to make sure that vitamin E is on the list. All right, antioxidants, if you guys can't tell, are very important when it comes to strengthening the immune system. I think vitamin E is a great one, guys. Garlic supplements are eating garlic and onions in salads and cooking. Acai berry, elderberry, kefir, sauerkraut are good too. Lauren, I would say, yeah, I would agree with a lot of that. Garlic and onions, you know, are two of my favorite things, are two of my favorite, you know, supplements or even foods. You can eat it raw. I think have tremendous benefits, especially with the immune system. I eat onions every single day. You know, again, like you said, you can add them to salads with cooking. I cook with them. Garlic, the same thing. Any like kefir, sauerkraut, we talked a little bit about probiotics and everything like that. Prebiotics, of course, are going to have a benefit to the immune system. We're not going to talk too much about those because I want to stick to the vitamins and minerals, but we know sauerkraut is huge for vitamin C. One of the healthier foods that you can have. Again, if we want immune system strengthening, sauerkraut, fermented foods, absolutely 100% agree. Good to have it in the diet. Elderberry as well. Any berries, guys, like blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, again, because they're going to be highest in these vitamins and minerals that we're talking about, in these micronutrients that we're talking about here. Shout out to you. Thank you for this. Hey, my pleasure, Corey. Thank you so much for coming in. I have a notepad to take little notes to help. That's right. Little notes. That's awesome, Corey. That's great to hear. It's always nice to have little reminders. I do the same thing. If I read something interesting, I'll write it down. I have like a little journal that's pretty much full at this point. I almost need a new one, just of little interesting facts, you know, little interesting things that, you know, I think might help you guys and share that with you guys. So that's great. Garlic keeps the mucus away. You know, garlic supplementation is up right now from the last study that I heard. And it's a great one. I think garlic, you guys, if you've listened to any of my discussions, whether it be immune system, whether it be heart health, whether it be brain function or anything like that, I think garlic is tremendous. Especially for heart health. Overall heart health, garlic is tremendous. Vitamin K1, Robert, great question. We had a little bit of a discussion on vitamin K. Of course, vitamin K is going to be nice if you can get that vitamin K2 and vitamin D3. You know, that's going to be nice as well. We talked a little bit about that, especially because of a deficiency, not only in vitamin D3, but even in vitamin K2, because it can be a little bit tougher to get that. So if you're supplementing with it, vitamin K2 and vitamin D3 go very well together. If you're not supplementing with, say you're taking a vitamin D supplement, but there's no K2 in it, some foods that you can get vitamin K2 from are like egg yolks. So I say eggs. Some people have just the egg whites. We need the yolks in order to get that. Beef is huge, and things of that nature. Again, I would go one step further. Kind of one tip for you guys. Try to have it with like a little bit of avocado, maybe some olive oil as well. It's going to help with the absorption. So I always will have maybe like an olive oil salad, spinach, and stuff like that. I'm getting a nice amount of vitamin K from the kale as well. One of the best sources of vitamin K. Stenopad in effect. There you go, Damon. Thank you so much. In picking veg. Yeah, and vegetables. I'd say like kale would be very good. Even broccoli, very, very good. Cruciferous vegetables going to be nice in vitamin K1. Kale is like my main go-to, so I'll put that into smoothies at a very, very high amount. I'll put quite a bit of kale in there. It's just so easy. I also have, like I said, spinach and kale salads. I'm kind of lucky. I like cruciferous vegetables raw. Like even broccoli, I can have that raw any day of the week. I'm just a huge fan. A lot of people I know don't like it. They might have to steam it. If you're not a huge fan, add the kale and the spinach to your smoothie. You won't even taste it if you're making it the right way. But I think that's great. Now, thank you so much, guys. We're going to keep going here because there's a couple more that I want to make sure that I discuss with you. We've been going for over an hour and 15 minutes here, which is awesome. And you guys have been great with all of your questions. Keep them coming. Keep the questions coming, guys. Thank you so much for the thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Thank you for all the nice comments and chat. I appreciate that as well. All of your engagement. Very, very supportive. I hope you guys are getting great value here. I'll just point out really quickly again that we have that join feature where people who are signing up as members. Thank you to my members. I know some of you are listening in chat right now, so thank you to the members of the channel where you have that join feature. People who are joining up as members get certain perks. I have a few ebooks that I'm going to be publishing here very, very shortly. There's going to be a face reveal, and I will also point out that the face reveal will be in 1 week from now. Not even a week. I think it's going to be December 18th, so it'll be a Saturday. So not even 1 week from now, we'll get a face reveal on the channel, finally, so you guys can actually see me as I'm talking to you. I think it's long overdue, so I think that will be a kind of exciting. It's exciting for me to get the face reveal in there. Also, I think what I'll do on the face reveal as well is I'll open my 100,000 subscriber button on that face reveal. It kind of works out perfectly how we'll time that out. So big face reveal coming out. Hope you guys are excited for that as I am. To me, I don't know. To a lot of people, you've been asking for it. I don't know if it's a big deal or not, but I think it'll be sort of interesting to kind of see the person who's just behind the mic every time or behind all these videos all the time. So next Saturday, I'll do it a little bit later in the day. I'll make sure I let you guys know the time, but there will be a face reveal on the channel. And, that's just so that I can connect with you guys a little bit more. We're offering different services on the channel. People are asking about fitness consultations. People are asking about diet consultations and things like that. I don't feel comfortable giving that type of service if you're not seeing my face, if it's only a voice. So I think that's one of the bigger reasons as well. I think, you need that personal sort of touch to it as well. I just would not feel comfortable providing that service, and I haven't yet. So just pointing out real quickly before we continue here, because I do have a couple other ones that I think are very, very important. Well, so you'll want to stick around for these next two, all right, because we're finishing off with vitamin E. But if you can join as a member, it's always greatly appreciated. You get those perks. A couple ebooks, again, that I'm putting out. Again, tons of topics, all right? Tons of topics on there. So if you can join as a member, that's always greatly appreciated. If not, I appreciate you just hanging out and engaging with me in this chat. So joining as a member or with the super chat function, all right? That's the two ways to give back. Other than that, people ask me about a Patreon and things like that. People have asked about mailing things in a PO box. I don't think we'll do that. I think we'll just stick with even though I do appreciate it, I think we'll just stick with the join and the membership feature. And then just, if you feel so inclined and you're getting good value, just the super chat function. And we'll keep it with that, guys. But I want to make sure that these streams are open to everyone and we can have a free form conversation. Twice a week. So thank you. I'll just point that out. I thought I'd just point that out real quick. So the join button and the super chat, those are our top two. There'll be no Patreon or anything like that, at least for now. And again, you have my business my business email once we get that face reveal. If you are interested in health and nutrition consultation or fitness consultation or anything like that, if you have any questions in those sort of two realms where you're trying to get a healthier 2022, send me an email. It's what I do for a living. I worked with hundreds of clients just on these topics alone. So, I'd be more than happy to help you out with that and to work with you. Just found you from Oz. Big good day. Okay, perfect. From Oz, Australia, is it, Robert? I think that's what you mean from Oz. Big good day. That's awesome, Robert. It's great to hear. Thank you. I'm glad that you're able to find me. Face or no face, the content is spot on. Well, thank you so much, Damon. I appreciate that. At the end of the day, that's the most important thing. So, I'll plug the membership feature and the super chat. At the end of the day, I just want good content for you guys. So let's continue on here. We got vitamin D, potent antioxidant. Again, one of the main things is it's going to enhance immune system function, reduce free radicals, reduce the risk of certain viruses, bad bacteria that are going to compromise the immune system, reduce free radicals, oxidative stress, all of that good stuff. All right, and again, some of the you can find vitamin E deficiency. It's definitely out there. Again, make sure you're not taking too much as well. Just because it's a fat-soluble vitamin. So again, you don't need to mega dose or anything like that. Just make sure you're sticking with your RDA. All right, for I think for males and females older than 14, if you're a teenager or older, it's like 15 milligrams a day. Just make sure you're not going over, because there can be some toxicity and stuff like that. Not a ton of that, but you just want to make sure you're not going over in these certain vitamins and things. All right, so there's not a ton of deficiency out there because it's fairly easy to get. You can get it from avocado, you can get it from sunflower seeds, almonds, spinach, like I said. Even red bell pepper and asparagus, tons of foods to get vitamin E from. Olive oil is another good one. All right, so you can stick with that. Oh, nice. That's awesome. Australia. I'd love to visit Australia. I'll be honest, Robert. It's on my to-do list. Okay, so let's get to our next one here, guys. I think zinc, we made pretty clear that zinc is going to be important for our immune system. Now, the other one that we want to make sure, right? And again, we don't always think about it in terms of boosting and strengthening our immune system, but one of the more important minerals that we can for having, not only, again, we think about it as healthy blood or for energy, especially for vegans and vegetarians, is going to be iron. But we also know that it can have great immune system boosting effects and strengthening effects as well. Again, we don't want to overdo it with this as well. Your upper, tolerable maximum daily intake is going to be something around 45 milligrams for males. About the same for females as well. If you're younger than, 18, then it's going to be a little bit lower, but again, we don't need to overdo it. Usually you'll see like an RDA of like 10, all right, for men, maybe a little bit higher for women, but again, no more than 45 usually is your general recommended daily intake. Again, speak with your medical practitioner. You might be low in iron, so sometimes it's nice getting those tests. And then, you can see if you are low in iron, but make sure you speak with your medical practitioner about that as well. But, in order to strengthen the immune system, we want to make sure that we are getting iron in our diet. All right, iron is huge. And again, we see more and more, especially with the increased amount of deficiency. All right, iron deficiency, again, one of the more common deficiencies, especially mineral deficiencies out there today. Now, what are some of Oh, good morning to you, Eileen. Great to have you in chat. Great to have you as always. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Do you think we need a gold and silver mineral intake? Never heard of that, Corey. It's an interesting question. Never heard of gold and silver mineral intake. I'll be honest. If you're speaking about the gold and silver that I think you're talking about, you might just want to keep that. I haven't read a single study or heard anything about that, Corey. It's a great question. Just have not read anything. I just can't even give you a take on that. I apologize. I wish I could, but have not heard any benefits or anything like that. So apologize, I can't answer that better for you, but thank you very much for the question. Oh, no problem, Eileen. It's great to have you in here as always. So iron, guys, why do we want iron? All right, again, just make sure you're not overdoing it with iron, because there can be some toxicity to it, but deficiency, huge. All right, it's one of the more common deficiencies, like I said. Now, why do we want iron in our diet? For strengthening the immune system. Okay, what is iron going to do? Well, we know if we're deficient in iron, one of the signs, or at least risks, of decreased iron in our diet is you're going to have more sensitivity to cold and flu. So weakened immune system. All right. Fatigue and weakness, same thing. All right. If we're dealing with symptoms of fatigue, then we know that we have immune system compromise. All right. Iron is going to be one of those great things where, especially one of the things is people are sort of dealing with iron supplements and things of that nature. All right. We know that it's super important for blood and things of that nature, but it plays an important role in the immune system and immune system response as well. All right. It plays a lot of roles in overall bodily health. The sort of normal production and function of various cells and hormones, including immune system cells. All right, so again, we want to make sure if we're trying to increase and strengthen the immune system, iron is going to be another one. We see through numerous studies that iron plays a positive role in immune system health and functioning. Silver is good for purifying water. Oh, very nice. Interesting. Now, I do talk a little bit about iron deficiency and everything like that. The reason why I say it's one of the more common, I think each year, and this was taken from a study just from the United States, but somewhere in between, I think it's about 5 million, maybe even a little bit more of Americans are deficient just in iron. All right, which is quite high when we're looking at vitamins and minerals. So 5 million individuals in the United States have some sort of iron deficiency. In Canada, it's going to be around the same. It's going to be the same sort of percentage. Well, you guys are making me interested on the silver. Oh, sovereign silver. Yes. Okay, now I'm starting to get it. It seems like, I would think it would be some sort of supplementation when you're talking about the gold and silver here, Corey. Would it be like a mineral supplementation that you're referring to? Because if it is, then I can see how it could be, have positive effects on immune system response. All right, and immune system supporter, especially during winter months and things like that. You just want to make sure, stick to your basics. Yes, all that type of stuff, there's a lot of different things out there that are going to help support and strengthen the immune system. I think with vitamins and minerals and things of that nature, things like sovereign silver and gold and all that different stuff, yes, it can have positive benefits. I think if you're trying to look at the overall picture, perhaps maybe some of the ones that we're talking about today might be I wouldn't say more beneficial, but a little bit easier to get, because you can also get it through food. Yes, I just put it under my tongue. Yeah, that's okay. That's sort of what I kind of remember reading. It'd be through like a supplementation. Is it a liquid, Tammy? I would imagine that you sort of supplementing with. And I didn't mean to blow off your question, Corey. I just haven't read much on the benefits of gold and mineral intake. I just remember reading it as some sort of supplement. Yes, and it would be a trace mineral. And trace minerals are just as important as some of our vitamins and minerals as well. Trace minerals are certainly important, just like phytonutrients are important. It's all important when it comes to our immune system and to our overall health. So again, Corey, I did not mean to blow your question off. Just I haven't read a lot about it. I've read about the supplementation of it, but not too much about the benefits as a immune system supporter. Yeah, drops. Okay, so yeah, we're talking about the same thing. So it would be like a liquid yeah. Inflammation. I've heard about the decrease in inflammation. That was sort of what I remember from silver. Antimicrobial effects. Copper, gold, silver. See, I have not read enough to be able to give a definitive answer on that. So I apologize, but I just remember reading through the supplementation that was usually a liquid. No, definitely something that I'll look more into, Corey. It's more so on with myself. It's kind of more of like a simplified version. It's funny. I wish I knew everything and had all the information when it comes to certain trace minerals and things like that. But even with copper, gold, silver, and things like that, at the end of the day, I like to kind of keep it simple. I know that it can be there can be supplementation. I've heard about inflammation. Positive inflammation benefits to it. Just don't know enough. I know people who will kind of specialize in that sort of stuff with antimicrobial, with supplementation of trace minerals and things like that. I'm just not really one of those people. Sorry, Corey. I wish I could give you a better answer. So iron, guys. Iron is another one that's going to be very, very important for our overall health. All right, not only our overall health, but strengthening the immune system. All right, again, stick with your basics, vitamins and minerals. All right, I'll look more into these trace minerals here that you're talking about here, Corey, and thank you for bringing that up. But again, if we have an iron deficiency, again, you can do all the trace minerals and things like that. But if you have iron deficiency, or if we're not getting enough vitamin D3 or enough vitamin C even, right, I would put that as a priority to maybe some of the other stuff. Even though it's important, they all play a role. It's all general health, guys. All right, it's all strengthening our immune system. There's nothing wrong with talking about this stuff. All right, we all learn from each other, which is very nice. And that's the beauty of having these live chats. And the thing is, I'm not going to come on and speak about something that I just have not read enough on. Again, I just feel like it'd be disingenuous. I'm sitting here with a couple notes in front of me, and that's it. But it's great to learn. I love learning about that. So thank you for pointing that out. Thanks, Damon. I will, my friend. Thank you. And thank you everyone who's coming into chat. I really appreciate it. Say hello, say where you're listening from. We've been talking about a bunch of vitamins and minerals right now. just to go over some of the more important ones, vitamin D3, all right, vitamin C. We talked a little bit about vitamin E, iron, zinc, all of those important ones that are going to help boost immune system function, all right, and the immune system, especially during cold and flu season. Folate being another one. B vitamins, very, very important. You have your vitamin B12, B6, B9. All right, folic acid was a huge one that we talked about, increasing immune system function. Reducing free radicals. Thank you so much for the thumbs up. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. 46. We're almost at 50. Thank you very much. And if you have questions, please feel free to ask your questions in chat. That's why we're doing this live, and that's why I like doing this for you guys 2 times a week. We've been going for how long now? Hour and 35 minutes. Awesome. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate everyone who's coming in here. Now, another one, and we were on our... Let's talk a little bit more about trace minerals here. All right, we'll build off Corey's question. All right, trace minerals. Another one that's often overlooked, all right, is going to be selenium, guys. Selenium is going to be nice for strengthening the immune system. All right, part of the antioxidant family. All right, essential component of various different enzymes and proteins. All right. Also going to help protect against cell damage and infections. All right, again, both of which can compromise the immune system, which we want to stay away from. Of course, if we're trying to strengthen the immune system, all right, we don't want any infections, bad bacteria, all right, cell damage, free radical damage, oxidative stress. All of that is just going to compromise, all right, and weaken the immune system, put us more at risk for various disease, common cold and flu, autoimmune diseases. All right, so selenium, very, very important one. All right, again, it's going to also help. The nice thing too is it plays a key role in the production of DNA, all right, which again is going to help protect against cell damage and infections. So very, very important. Even, again, people always ask me about selenium. Not only while we're on the topic here, it's going to help with thyroid health as well, all right, which is very, very important for our overall health. All right, so selenium is a nice one here, guys. The other nice thing, again, since it can act as an antioxidant, all right, we already know that the components and the enzymes, all right, of selenium, all right, have antioxidant properties, which again can help reduce damaging tissues, reduce inflammation, because it's the damaging of tissues and damaging of cells, which is some of the leading causes of inflammation in the body. And again, if we have inflammation in the body, that's what can lead to disease. That's what can lead to, autoimmune disease, a weakening of the immune system, being more susceptible to common cold and flu. All right, and we want to strengthen that immune system, especially right now, especially the world that we live in. All right, I think selenium. Thank you, Corey. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. You guys are awesome. I got to say, I love the community we have here. Strong community, very strong, knowledgeable community. Very, very happy. That's why I love doing these. That's why we do them 2 hours. Last week, we had to miss a little bit just because, like I said, my main job is working with individuals on getting healthier, all right, nutrition, fitness-wise, all right. That's my day-to-day job. Last week, we were a little bit busier as we're starting to get into the new year, as I'm kind of bringing on more and more clients. Last week was a little bit busier, kind of had to put the one stream on hold, but we're back into it now here, guys, as we come up to January, as we come up into the holidays. We're getting all those clients kind of figured out. So it's a little bit of a busier week last week, but we're back to our 2 times a week. All right, we're here Sunday, 7 a.m. All right, you guys will always, you can always kind of count on me making sure that I try to get these in 2 times a week. All right, and that's the value that I want to bring to you guys, and that's why I'm glad you guys are here. And it's such a strong community. I get excited literally for all of these talks. And your guys' great questions. It's a give and take. I'm learning from you. You guys learn from me. And I just, will give my opinion. And I think some of these vitamins and minerals that we're talking about, if we're not thinking about them or we're not getting foods or supplementation, again, we're doing ourselves a little bit of a disservice to our immune system and strengthening the immune system, especially like with Corey. I know you're in Canada. I'm in Canada as well. Cold and flu season right now. Our immune system is always going to be a little bit more compromised at this time. All right, and a lot of it has to do with a little bit of a decrease and deficiency in certain vitamins and minerals that can strengthen the immune system. Well, what you do attracts us. Well, thank you, Corey. I appreciate it. And we'll keep rolling here. And you guys are literally smashing the like button. We're like pretty much at 50 thumbs up. I really appreciate it. If you're just getting in now, all right, let's just kind of sum up the vitamins and minerals really quickly. Vitamin D3, all right, and you can have vitamin K2 with it as well. All right, that's a nice supplement that goes hand in hand with it. Again, I'll give you that little extra tip. All right, try to get in some sort of polyunsaturated fat with it. Nice avocado would be great. Olive oil is my kind of go-to. Help with the absorption of vitamin K2. If you're not supplementing with it, egg yolks are a great thing to have. Poultry, beef, cod liver oil, great for vitamin K2. I think that's very nice. So we talked about vitamin D, vitamin C, of course, huge for our immune system, antioxidant benefits. All right, we talked a little bit about zinc, iron, very important for boosting the immune system, especially right now. Folate, so your vitamin B6, but also vitamin B9, sorry. Vitamin B6, vitamin B12, also very important. All right, and then we talked about vitamin E, and now we were talking about selenium. All right, selenium, very important for our overall immune system. So, it's like, why these vitamins? Why these minerals? All right. Well, we've seen through certain studies, there's numerous studies, all right, and some of these studies kind of described it as an immune system boosting diet. And they found examples of nutrients that were sort of critical to the growth and function of immune system cells. All right, so it's like foods for health. Why are you bringing these up? Why these vitamins and minerals? Well, just like I said, we see in numerous studies the vitamins and minerals, so the micronutrients that are most beneficial and most critical for the growth and function of immune system cells, all right, and immune system function, vitamin D, vitamin C, zinc, selenium, iron, all right, those are the ones that came up the most, and those are the ones that we're talking about. Folate I added just because, all right, the B vitamins I think we just can't overlook when it comes to immune system response, all right. I think immune system and your B vitamins is very important. All right, omega-3s, probiotics, I think are very important as well, but we're sticking with the vitamins and minerals. I think those are the most important ones here, guys. Christine, thank you very much. Share all knowledge from all over the world, no matter how small. Absolutely, Robert, you got that right. So again, that's why we're sticking with these ones here, guys. All right, so some of these studies we're calling it immune system boosting diet. All right, I think we're just looking for micronutrients. We're at different stages of the immune system response, all right, our body's immune system response, all right, where these are the vitamins and minerals that the body relies on, all right, to improve and strengthen the function of the immune system and to keep us healthy and to stay away from certain diseases, infections, and things of that nature. Now just give me 1 second, guys. I'll literally be back. 30 seconds here. Ask your questions. 52 thumbs up. Man, thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it. All right. We'll come back. We'll keep talking about a little bit more vitamins, minerals, trace minerals, some certain foods that I think you guys might want to add to your diet. All right. And I'll keep answering your questions. So thank you so much. Give me literally 30 seconds. Okay, we're back. Thank you so much for holding out, guys. So I think those are our important ones. All right, selenium, very nice again. All right, our RDA. So how much should we be getting in? All right, men and women, adult men and women, somewhere around 55 micrograms daily. All right. So micrograms daily is probably what you're looking at. If I said milligrams before, I apologize. I might have said milligrams, but if I didn't, then continue on with your mgs. Sometimes people will just call it, but just make sure that you're staying with your RDA. Make sure you're staying with your RDA, guys. You don't have to always megadose. Everyone's always talking about megadosing vitamin D. Maybe right now, if you're not getting a lot of sunlight and everything like that, you might need to increase just a little bit more. I would speak with your medical practitioner about that. Remember, vitamin D can also affect mood, all right? And it's all connected, all right? It's all connected. Strengthening our immune system can, if you're dealing with things like depression or mood disorders, that's going to take effect on not only your healthy gut bacteria, but also your immune system, because we know for a healthy immune system, good bacteria in the gut is important. So vitamin D is essential here, guys. Vitamin D is huge. Tammy, I've enjoyed this chat. Hope each and every one of you has a great Sunday. Tammy, thank you so much for commenting, and thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a great Sunday as well. At the end of the day, what you speak on, you won't need the app. I think the best thing, even for our overall health, everyone that's listening in here, I see Corey, I see Damon, Robert, Christine, Tammy. I wish I could scroll up. I know there's more and more of you. I know Eileen, Tammy was in here. Sorry, I can't scroll up any more than that. I think right now, very key to keep our immune system healthy. All right, sticking with these vitamins and minerals. All right, we do not want to be in a deficit or in deficiency, because we know the importance of them, but we also know the consequences now of having a deficiency in these vitamins, all right, and minerals. Iron deficiency, all right, it's going to weaken and compromise the immune system. Same thing with zinc, all right. Obviously, with vitamin D3. All right, vitamin D3 is one of the bigger ones out there right now, guys. All right, so we know that in a deficiency of these important vitamins and minerals that are going to strengthen our immune system, we know that we're only doing ourselves a disservice. Now, the thing that we need to talk about as well, all right, with the vitamins and minerals, we need to make sure we can get them through supplementation, we can get them through foods, all right, things of that nature. Vitamin D3 might be a little bit easier to get through supplementation, just because, again, it's the sunshine vitamin. If there's less and less sunshine right now where you are, just like there is where I am, again, the supplementation really helps. Same thing with a supplement, antioxidant supplement for myself, I think is really, really nice. So that's helping. But again, do you need to supplement? No, you don't. Just make sure that you're getting your adequate levels of these vitamins and minerals. It can be through supplementation, or it can just be through regular food. Again, vitamin D is going to be a little bit tough. Like if you compare it to vitamin C or anything like that, of course, it's going to be a little bit tougher to get vitamin D into the diet. Robert, g'day, all, just sharing. I've got over it with all what we talking about: diet, sun, exercise. Wait there. Now, again, the other thing that I want to mention as well. So we know that we want to make sure that we're getting in these vitamins and minerals. We know we want to make sure that we're not in a deficiency of these vitamins and minerals, especially, to strengthen the immune system and for our overall health. Omega-3s are important, like I said, fatty acids, EPA, DHA, probiotics, and prebiotics. You can add those to the list of the vitamins and minerals. We also need to make sure that we're healthy weight. All right, if we're talking about immune system, all right, again, people, will come in here, all right, we did the list. I did it kind of backwards today. I usually start with the lifestyle changes, but people can't come in here, and I know the title of the the discussion is vitamins and minerals to strengthen the immune system. We've gone over those, right? The other thing that we need to make sure that we're doing is the lifestyle changes, guys. I know some people don't like to hear that, but if we're not making the lifestyle changes as well, you can have all the vitamin C supplementation in the world, but if we're dealing with obesity or sedentary lifestyle or eating a bunch of sugary foods or high sodium foods, things that are high in saturated and trans fats, right? Then we're doing ourselves a disservice and weakening the immune system at the same time. Sleep is also huge for the immune system, guys. Do not underestimate sleep. I always say this, when it comes to nutrition, all right, the first thing I'll always bring up is sleep, and I tell that to my clients as well. All right. Any nutrition discussion, all right, we have to make sure that we're getting healthy amounts of sleep, 7 to 8 hours a day. All right. And that's going to help strengthen your immune system as well. So again, if you're chronically getting 3 to 4 hours, and I've had clients that were dealing with that who are making good progress, who are eating healthy, who are, losing weight and getting fit. I have, clients that are doing that right now, but they're lacking sleep. So, that's only going to make them more susceptible to common cold and flu, to having autoimmune disease, to compromised immune system. I think, you have to make sure that you're getting enough sleep if you want to make sure that you're strengthening the immune system as well. I can't have a discussion on strengthening the immune system. We're taking it from the vitamins and minerals and we're just adding in the little lifestyle changes now. All right, sleep is a big one. If we're not getting the sleep, guys, we're only compromising the immune system. Like I said, you can supplement with zinc, you can supplement with vitamin C, you can supplement with vitamin D. Yes, it will give you the benefits, but if you're only getting 3 hours, 4 hours of sleep every single day, then you're not maximizing the benefits of those vitamins and minerals. The other important thing, all right, and this is why I'm doing a face reveal, all right? This is why I want to put my face on the channel, because what I want to do is help people, all right, get fit, all right, get healthy, but through food, all right, and through exercise, all right, because exercise is a big one too. If we're dealing with obesity, and we did the epidemic of obesity discussion before, we see that people who are overweight, obese, or extremely obese, the percentage now that we see in the United States and even in Europe and everywhere else, the United States always gets a bad rap, but it's in Canada too, it's in the United States, it's in Europe. We saw it was 68% in the United States. So over 2/3 of individuals overweight, obese, or extremely obese. It was like 55% in Europe, and it's going to be somewhere in the middle, I believe, in Canada. If we're dealing with obesity and things of that nature, we have to take a look at our diet for one. And again, this is not to be judgmental or anything like that. I think this is just to give you the best kind of information in order to strengthen the immune system. Because if we're dealing with obesity or anything like that, you're just compromising the immune system, because we have to look at diet. What are we eating? Is it high in processed or refined carbohydrates? Is it just too many calories? Is it saturated fats and things like that? Then, we have to take a hard look at that type of stuff as well. And that's what I want to help you guys out with. All right. And that's where the face reveal will come. What's a good supplement for sleep? Sorry, let me just make sure. You guys, great comments. Okay, let me make sure I'm not missing anything here. Lots of people eat unhealthy. Absolutely, Corey. Epidemic, fast food is at an all-time high. It's just so easy. We live a faster lifestyle right now. It's so much easier for people just to grab fast food or something of that nature than it is to make food. Stay away from fast food. Absolutely. Thus is my most important life. Yeah, absolutely, Christine. What's a good supplement for sleep? Well, yeah, you see, I see Corey said CBD oil. You're seeing more and more studies with just how the benefits of CBD oil is for sleep. Melatonin is a huge one, which a lot of people take for sleep. Even, you see things like tart cherry juice. All right, just because, the tryptophan that's in it. All right, Tart cherry juice is another thing. So there's lots of things that you can take for sleep. So a good supplement, all right, you're seeing more and more studies with CBD oil, all right? So we have to, I know, it's funny because a lot of people can, will sort of have this negative connotation of CBD oil just because of THC and everything like that. But there's numerous studies that are showing CBD oil and its positive effects on inflammation, on brain health, on sleep, on a lot of different things. Melatonin is also a good supplement that's worked for a lot of people. I think you got to make sure that you're not, one, taking too much or relying too much on melatonin, because the more you take it, the less it sort of has that effect. The more you take, the less it works. So maybe kind of taking it for a little bit and then stopping. Has a very short half-life, so it's good for falling asleep. But if you have trouble staying asleep, or if you're having disturbed sleep, it might not be the best because its half-life is very fast. I think it's less than 30 minutes. So a lot of people will say to me, oh, I couldn't wake up this morning, say if they're coming for a workout or something like that, because I took melatonin last night and I just couldn't wake up because I was so tired. Well, they're taking it in small amounts. Its half-life is like 20 minutes. So the melatonin that they took is out of their body within a couple hours, a few hours. So it's good for helping to fall asleep. But if you're having disturbed sleep, or if you're waking up throughout the night, then it's going to be a little bit tougher. All right, taking that melatonin might not be as helpful. B complex vitamins good for sleep. Absolutely. I think just having micronutrients in general are going to be good for sleep. Magnesium, a good supplement for a lot of people for sleep. Magnesium citrate, sometimes drank as sort of like a tea. So you can drink warm magnesium. Again, you don't need to overdo it, but magnesium citrate is a popular one as well. All good sort of sleep supplements. I used to take that as well. Banana tea can be a good one. Yep, have tons of videos on that. Banana tea, boiling bananas and drinking the liquid. You guys have probably seen the videos. You've probably seen my videos out there on it. I think that's a good one. Working activity, exercise into my day makes me have no problem going off to sleep. This is all natural. Absolutely. Angel or Angel, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I apologize if I'm not, but you're absolutely right. I mean, exercise is going to be one of the best things to help with sleep as well. If you are working out, if you work out within like 4 hours before bed, it can have detrimental effects to sleep, just because, again, you're going to increase your body temperature. It's going to make it a little bit tougher to sleep, but you're 100% right. Say your exercise is in the morning or early afternoon at the latest, all right? Maybe right after work. If you have, a bunch of hours after before you go to bed, then it's going to give you the most benefits. But when you're working out, you're increasing your body temperature, and it's going to be a little bit tougher to fall asleep. Say if you're working out late at night and then you try to go to sleep from there, it can be a little bit tougher on sleep. Yeah, well, Corey, like I said, there's tons of studies that are showing the benefits of CBD oil. Even in athletic performance, it was a banned substance before, but now they're finding all the healing benefits. It's not seen as a performance-enhancing drug. It's just seen almost as like a health supplement right now. So, CBD oil, it's changing very, very quickly. It's becoming very popular. So 100%. Great for inflammation. Good for eye health, too. Fitzroy, thank you so much. Thank you for joining us today. Good morning. I'm a first timer and just enjoying the chat. Well, I'm glad that you are, Fitzroy. I'll join you sometime. Keep up the good work. Very interesting. Well, I really appreciate that, Fitzroy. Thank you so much for the comment. I'm glad that you enjoyed the chat, and thank you so much for that very nice comment. As we're kind of just chatting here at the end, I really appreciate you listening and coming in here, and I'm glad that you enjoyed it, especially as a first-time listener. I love hearing that when you guys are listening for the first time. I love that, just because the main idea behind these chats is just making sure that you guys are getting good value. You're learning something. You can ask your questions. And I'm hopefully providing good information for you guys, something that you can take away, not making it too, scientific. If we wanted to, we could get into all the science behind it, but the main takeaways, all right, we can just keep it simple. There will be videos, and you've seen in videos where I'll put up the studies. So the studies are there. We can get as scientific as we want, but there probably will be videos, especially after I do the face reveal, where we will break down studies of, like, let's say a video topic can be, is vitamin whatever, all right, vitamin X important for liver health, or, something healthy for fatty liver disease, or what are the best foods for not increasing insulin levels, things of that nature, because there's tons of topics where we can go from there. Boy, do I need help with eye health. Oh, Christine, please search the channel. There's a lot of videos out there that are dealing with eye health. Even in the latest ones, I talked a little bit about, decreasing the risk of macular degeneration and promoting eye health and everything like that. If you haven't checked out the videos, please check that out. You could even do a search for eye health. There might be some older videos, maybe ones where I'm not even voicing over. Then, you can maybe get some benefit with that. Sonia, nice to see you. Thank you so much, Sonia, for coming in here. I hope you're having a wonderful Sunday morning. And as you can see, Sonia, all right, with that nice, beautiful badge beside her name. Sonia, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Not only just as a member, but of course, just as your nice comments, being in here and being a supporter of the channel. Thank you so much. It's great to see you this morning. And I hope you're spot on with the 99 knowledge. Well, thank you, Damon. Hopefully you were speaking to me there. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Tony, I'm also a newcomer. Thanks for the invite. Oh, no problem. Thank you for joining. Like I said, everyone is welcome in these chats, and I hope you guys are getting great value. We've been going over for 2 hours right now. All right, over 2 hours talking about vitamins and minerals and just answering questions, talking nutrition and health, the whole point of this channel, the whole point of my career, basically. It's what I do on a day-to-day basis. I've not done a search, but now I will. Okay, perfect, Christine. Yes, look for some videos, even, thrown into some videos. There's a lot of, eye health related stuff. So, look for things that are high in like beta carotene. Like a sweet potato video would probably have something on it. Maybe if there's like carrot juice or something like that. Something high in like lutein, lycopene, things like that. If you can find those types of videos, then you'll find some good eye health information. But Sonia, great to see you. Thank you so much for joining us again today. Really appreciate it. But yeah, it's interesting as I sort of reflect on where the channel is going. I'm very, very excited with, just seeing, like, we have 56 thumbs up on this chat right now. We've been going for 2 hours. We're having a face reveal next Saturday, so less than a week from now. All right. The channel's it's going to be a little bit different going into the new year. Live chats with face reveals, topics, going over different studies, as you guys have probably been noticing. If you watch any of the newer videos, I've been including, the studies in there just so you guys know that I'm actually doing the research. It's all out there, but I want to start doing videos where we're breaking down the studies and going over them and why it's important. I think that would be interesting. I don't want to bore you with, certain studies. I know a lot of people like the simple videos and stuff like that, but some people will probably get a kick out of, actually seeing some of the research, and, it'll be breaking down point by point. It won't be like reading the whole study. It'll be, a little bit of a shorter video and then just, having bullet points, just a few important bullet points from each study. Sonia, welcoming Tony to the family. That's great. Sonia is a great representative here. She's a member here. She's been a long-time supporter of the channel. If anyone's going to welcome people to the family, myself and Sonia are great representatives. Sonia is a fit team member here on the channel, hitting that join button. Thank you, Sonia. Do you remember the name of the health drink juice that was very popular in the early 2000s? Yashar, I hope I'm pronouncing that name right. Early 2000s, very popular drink. Trying to think of it. It could be. I know wheatgrass was one of the very, very first popular drinks. Just wheatgrass. I'm not exactly sure what it could be. From the early 2000s. There's just so many out there at the time. The health drink juice. Sorry, Yashir. If you can give me a little bit more detail on it, then maybe it'll come to mind. But I'm sorry, I can't think of it right off the top of my head. I've just started watching maybe a month ago. Okay, that's great, Christine. I hope you're enjoying everything. I hope you're enjoying the discussions. But yeah, it's gonna take a nice little turn. I think you guys will enjoy the content that's gonna come out in 2022. It's gonna be everything with my face on it. It's gonna be going through studies. It's going to be we can even have some fitness stuff thrown in there. Basically anything that's gonna give you guys value. All right. I want to open it up because some people have been asking me about consultations, not only about nutrition, but also with exercise. Because like I tell you guys, even when we talked a little bit about the lifestyle changes to strengthening your immune system, if we're not making lifestyle changes, then we can add all the vitamin C, all the vitamin D3 in the world, all right, that we want. But if we're not getting enough sleep, if we're, dealing with symptoms of obesity, if our diet isn't on point, then it can be a little bit tough to actually strengthen the immune system through these vitamins and through these minerals. So one of the things that I've done is created that business email where you guys can send me emails if you're interested in those services. Like I said, I do that on a day-to-day basis. Even yesterday going into it on the weekend. So, that's my bread and butter. That's what I do for a living. Was the drink lemon lime ginger drink? That's definitely popular right now, Corey. Absolutely. Ginger's, lemon, lime, ginger, all of that stuff. Warm lemon. These type of sessions. Don't worry, I won't change these types of sessions, Morgan. And Morgan, thank you for staying the whole entire time out there in the good old UK, I believe. Just wondering, with vitamin D and sun exposure, how much sun is enough, or how much do we need? That's an excellent question, Robert. When it comes to the sun, is very powerful when it comes to vitamin D. I mean, 20 to 30 minutes. 20 to 30 minutes usually is like the recommended amount of sun exposure that you need. 30 minutes can be more than enough. I know an hour is definitely more than enough. But yeah, if you're getting like 30 minutes of good sunlight where it's just nice and bright, clear blue sky, a lot of the times that's more than enough. The drink was derived from fruit, not goji berries though. Can't think of it. Grapefruit? Trying to think of it. Derived from fruit. Interesting. A health drink that I'm trying to think of something that would be from like fruit. That'd be so different from now, just because there's so many people on keto and dealing with glucose and fructose and raising blood glucose levels and everything like that. I know Atkins was very popular back then. So I can't think of the fruit one. Typo. Don't think anyone is doing these sessions. Yeah, I don't know if there's a lot of channels that do these type of sessions, Morgan. That's a great point. I don't know if there is either, but we'll definitely keep doing them here. Don't worry. 2 times a week, absolutely, Wednesdays and Sundays. And again, as Sonia is a Fit Team member, like I said, we have our join button. Sonia will be getting those perks once my books are done. If you can support the channel through the join function, becoming a member, or through Super Chat, it's always greatly appreciated. It gives me a little bit more of that support to complete these ebooks, just because, remember, this is just a passion of mine. YouTube is not my full-time job, but we're sort of moving to more services based on this channel. So through the join button, as Sonia has done, become a member, and I'm very, very thankful to Sonia, or through Super Chat function. Again, no Patreon or anything like that. I don't think I'll be starting a Patreon anytime soon, but we're just going through our join membership feature here on the channel and through our Super Chat function during these live streams. No sunscreen when soaking in the sun. Absolutely, Christine. Yep, you're 100% right. The sunscreen will just do the exact opposite and block the sun. Soursop. Not too sure if it would be. I don't remember soursop. That's an interesting one, Corey. Good. It could be guava fruit. Yeah, it definitely could be. Maybe papaya. I don't know. It's interesting. Kiwi. Maybe some sort of tropical fruit or anything like that. But that's interesting. It's interesting you bring that up. Well, guys, we've been going for well over 2 hours now. I hope you guys got some good value talking about vitamins and minerals to strengthen the immune system. I appreciate the support that you guys have shown on the channel today. 57 thumbs up. On our way to 60. Thank you so much, guys. Like I said, 2 hours and 15 minutes just talking about vitamins and minerals to strengthen the immune system. Could not be more happier with the support. Thank you so much, guys. The great feedback, the great engagement, your great questions. I really do appreciate it. And I hope you guys are getting good value from this. And I hope you guys are enjoying these live streams as much as I am. Like Morgan said, I'm not sure if there's a lot of channels that are doing, 2 hour plus discussions live. But if you want to find those, you can find them here. You can definitely find them here Wednesdays and Sundays. Big face reveal next Saturday. It'll be fun. I think that'll be very interesting. And then different types of content as we start to enter the New Year's, guys. So be on the lookout for that. Some exciting stuff that's going to be happening with the channel. I hope that you guys enjoy it. I think that you will. I put a lot of time and thought into it. So I think that you guys will enjoy that type of content. But thank you guys so much for the support. I hope you guys enjoyed this discussion. Go think about those vitamins and minerals that we talked about, especially now that we're getting into the winter months. Less sunlight right now. So remember, just a quick little recap. We have vitamin D, vitamin C, vitamin E, selenium, iron, zinc, folate. So your vitamin B9. Also, you can include vitamin B6, vitamin B12, probiotics, prebiotics, omega-3s, all great stuff. Anti-inflammatories. All right. All great things there, guys. So that's our discussion for vitamins and minerals. Thank you, Damon. Thank you to all in the chat. Stay safe and be healthy. SoCal, oh, very nice. From California. Thank you, Damon. I appreciate you, staying for so long and listening in. Corey, same thing. Morgan, Sonia coming in. Robert, Yashir. Thank you. Sorry I couldn't remember the name of that juice from the early 2000s. Might have to look it up. But thank you, Yashir, for coming in and coming in and asking your questions. Thank you to everyone. Christine, awesome. Go and listen from the beginning. Perfect. The beginning gives a lot of good information just on the vitamins and minerals. We got right into it. Corey, thank you. Have a bright and prosperous day. Thank you very much. If you're find yourself peace. Well said. Beautifully said, Corey. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, and I appreciate you. Kathleen, thank you for the great session. My pleasure. Michelle, Thanks for all the awesome info. Have a great day. Thank you. You as well, Michelle. I appreciate it. Thank you guys for coming in. Thank you, Sonia. Thank you for today. Catch you on Wednesday at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You are absolutely right, Sonia. 100%. You can catch me Wednesday, 7 a.m., just as Sonia said, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You nailed it. So thank you so much, guys. Have a great rest of your Sunday. Have a safe and happy Sunday. Stay healthy, guys. You can always reach me at my business email. Right? And be on the lookout for more videos that are going to be coming out daily and our live streams. Yes, I'll be live next Saturday. All right, so very important distinction just before I end here, Sonia. Yep, I'll be live next Saturday, maybe a little bit later than 7 a.m. Just because it will be a face reveal, so it'll give a little bit more time for people to get up. So next week will change from Sunday to Saturday. All right, and then the Saturday will be when I do the face reveal. And I'll make sure you guys have the reminder, just like the reminder went up last night for today. I'll do the reminder on Friday night so you guys will know that it will be Saturday. What time on Sundays, please? Thank you. I need this. Angel, Sundays are usually 7 a.m. Thank you, Sonia. Yep, 7 a.m. It's always going to be at 7 a.m., guys. So even if it's next Saturday, still the same thing, 7 a.m. Sundays are always 7 a.m. and Wednesdays are always 7 a.m. as well. Tony, you're very welcome. Angel, you're very welcome. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. And I hope you guys, like I said, have a happy and healthy rest of your Sunday and week. And I will talk to you Wednesday, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, just as Sonia said right there. So thank you, guys.